The next poem I'm going to read is called The Intermediate Zone. And this is from a sort of climatic point of view, one of the 4 zones of Sri Lanka, an island I visited several times. They have the wet zone, the arid zone, maybe the dry zone or something else, and the intermediate zone. And I discovered this from the guide who showed us everything and spoke to us, accompanied us on our travels, somebody we became very fond of. Various things in the poem perhaps might be helped by a little bit of explanation. It's largely a Buddhist country, and one of the things I kept noticing as we'd be travelling around the small towns would be there would be sort of demons on the roofs of half-built houses. And it was explained to me that these are sort of devils. They're there, they're acknowledged so that the life that's going to be led in those houses will be protected from evil. And then there are lots of sort of features of our journey. All of these things are true and real. In the 3rd stanza, I mention someone called Bauer. Geoffrey Bauer was Sri Lanka's most important architect. He was of Dutch origin, hugely talented, very unconventional, and he inherited a derelict tea plantation. No, he did. His mother gave it to him as a birthday present. He came from a family of distinguished lawyers, and he was never going to be a lawyer. And in sort of to honor his father, whose footsteps he could not follow in, he called this beautiful garden Brief. We went there. It was very wonderful. And Geoffrey Bauer knew a lot about the appalling colonial history of the island. And he invented something called intelligent luxury, where you know where the background of where you're staying. You don't just go there and enjoy the beauties that you can afford. You know what has gone into making them. Anyway, this is the intermediate zone. There were homemade devils tied to the roofs of all the village houses, and it being November, I asked you if this was a hangover of Guy Fawkes from the days of British rule. A kind of intimacy had been established between us, and as the astonishing figure of the Buddha in an aureole of scallops blotted out the sky like a vast blancmange, you tapped my knee with your forefinger and said, "Eliminate the darkness, my friend." You pointed out the monkeys playing catch on the balconies, the red-rumped bulbuls perched on the fence posts, and a man with a scorpion on the flat of his spade, and I felt my phone give out in my pocket. We drove along the wide street where women, famed for their yellow, pink, and lilac dresses, sold fruit to the passing trade, looking for an adapter for my charger. And it came to me that adapters can only go outwards from their countries of origin, and this was confirmed by the vendor in the shop where electrical goods are sold. We were feeling peckish and stopped at a stall that sold phosphorescent garden furniture and had a round of drinks and pale fried eggs with peas in the echoing canteen, and watched the giant monitor lizards sifting the garbage while you recited Gray's elegy, an advanced Bauer's model of intelligent luxury. In the museum, a graceful young woman with impeccable diction and a mild but educative manner, showed me the goggle-eyed mask of temporary madness. That's the one for me, I thought, and felt better immediately.